Hey everyone, super excited to show you guys the pack I used this year. And so now that I've had some field use with it, wanted to show you what I liked, some things I did not like as much. This is the Stone Glacier, so this is the 5900, and this is a really neat pack. There's some really cool features about it that I really like. So starting off, this is a very lightweight pack for hunting, and it's gonna be 5 pounds, 8 ounces with the lid. So the bag alone is about 2.5 pounds, I believe, but you're looking at a very large pack. It's 5,900 cubic inches total when you run the lid, 5,400 without, at basically 5 pounds, 8 ounces. So in the hunting world, with a load shelf, with all of your attachments and durability you need, this is really a great weight. So this is a great bag for load carriage. It's rated at 150 pounds, and it's going to definitely have a great system for that. The load shelf is really unique. I'll show you that in a moment. But you can also run like a dry bag in the load shelf if you want to really expand this bag and its capacity. So lots of flexibility. You can run it in a few different modes, and really enjoyed it. This is the X-Curve frame. So basically this frame has some curvature to it, and it is fairly minimalist design, but they do have a Crux Evo that's even lighter. It's more of a straight frame, and it's basically more minimalist. So really the thought behind this bag was kind of getting a workhorse of a bag. So with the frames, all Stone Glacier frames, you can switch the bags. You could run on the lighter end like a solo bag. You could even run one of the 40, 56. Those are the different color, but it would actually match to this frame. You can run the 7900, the 64, 69. So they've got a ton of bags, a ton of options. I wanted kind of a do-it-all size, nothing too large, but also I wanted the horseshoe zip. Now the 7900 also has a horseshoe zip, but I thought that this would be a great size for 3 to 5 days, and this will definitely do that easily and carry all your gear. So I wanted to highlight the horseshoe zip. This is a really neat feature where you can open the bag from the top. Now we used the Seek Out side Aeolus, and so you could basically roll out of bed, unzip your pack, and get to it from the top. So really great for like a tent when you're basically rolling over. The access, you don't have to stand the bag up, dig in there. I thought the access was really great, like that design, and easy to pick things out. Stuffing it from here was not as easy, so I preferred to stuff it from the top, especially if you're trying to maximize your load. But I really like that horseshoe zip, and I think that that's a great feature on bags. So that makes me intrigued about the 7900 for an extreme like expedition bag, because it has the same zipper setup here. So I wanted to mention that to you guys. Also, you can run this with or without a lid. So what we did was, coming in, we were loaded up pretty good. We had the lid, quick access items, snacks for on the way in, and then once we got to camp, would leave the lid off each day while hunting. So that just saves you a little bit of weight, and it just kind of simplifies the bag, makes it smaller to carry around. And so you really can just take it off super fast. So there's the lid. This is a basic lid. They have hydration lids, a couple of others. I think now they're more all hydration lids, but this one is just a basic. All right, so I wanted to show you guys what I primarily use this bag, the mode. That is the bivy mode. So the bivy mode is without a lid. There's a clip here on the back, clips it down tight onto the bag. So really, really awesome system. It's great because you can have it for day hunting, day pack, if you're traveling with it. But then when you need to extend it, you've got your side collars here. And it gets really far extended with this collar, and then you add the lid, and all of a sudden you've got a large pack. So I really like that. Stone Glacier, they make their gear modular to fit different scenarios. That's a theme that I've seen, like with their pants as far as sizing, with this bag as far as sizing, even their skyscraper tent, the way you can run it. So they're really thinking about multiple ways to use their gear for different scenarios. So you really don't need a day pack if you go with this route. If you use the bivy mode and then kind of the large mode. I'm not sure what they call that. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you the load shelf. So out here, put the bag in bivy mode. It's got a heavy load. So not too bad. I'm gonna take these top straps off. And I'm not a pro at this. I've had this bag one season, but I'll show you what I do here. So for me, it's easier to have it at this angle. What you're gonna wanna do first, take all the side straps off. And then basically just loosen the bottom straps, the side, and then take this clip off for bivy, and then come up here to the frame. And so this bag goes over the frame. If you've swapped bags, you've done this before, and then you're going to pull it back. So you can remove the bag. Here is your load shelf, and then you can take these. We don't have to use this thing technically, but it is nice. Just keeps everything in place. Go around it. Zip the bag up. Same thing applies if you're going to run a dry bag in here, in the center. Okay, and then you're going to go back to your side straps. So these are important in this. Because these are basically what is holding it in. Actually, that's the bottom one. So get those side straps, crank them down. I'll raise this one up so you can see. Got the side straps here. So these have a lot of room for extending. You could really put a big load up there. So those are tight. All right. And the last thing, we are going to run this shoulder strap through these load carrier ends. Now you'd probably want to get it a little higher than this. You see the idea. That's what these are made for. That way the actual load is now going to your shoulders. All right, so I've got the bag on the meat shelf, and then I don't have anything in the bag, so it's looking it looks funky, but depending on how in depth you want to go, you can get all your straps where they should be. So you can kind of change the way you do it a little bit in theory, but the goal here is just to show you. So that is super compact. in bivvy mode. Put that on the shelf. So if you're carrying gear, if you're carrying meat, it's pretty slick, pretty fast. And then, yeah, I mean, that's it. So really like that load shelf. Super easy to work with. Always cinch everything down. Do it a few times before you go in the field, and you'll definitely get it figured out. So let's keep hiking. So these are made in USA. Stone Glacier just really does a good job with their packs. It's kind of what they're known for. Of course, they're growing and they've got lots of other options. But this is a pack that is a do-it-all pack. It has so many great features. It's lightweight. The overall fit of the frame, the X-Curve, was great for me. When I switched it with my brother, he was very impressed with the feel of the X-Curve. And I definitely think that if you're going to go with a Stone Glacier bag, this is a good one to start with, and then look at the Crux Evo frame, look at the other bag sizes. But if you're concerned about this being too big, I wouldn't be concerned. You can get it down. If you don't think it's big enough, it's surprising when you get that collar extended, then the lid. You can even add other accessories to this to help with a little bit of the kind of the capacity. So a couple of things that I noticed, this is not to like take away from the features here, is on the belt here, I'm getting a little bit of just, it's kind of fraying a little bit with this material. So everything is very light and I like that, but like this is just fraying some. So also with the buckles on like the belt, it's sometimes like they slip. They're not necessarily like locking buckles. And I think you can replace them with locking buckles, but these are all the standard ones. And so when you cinch it down, like it can slip a little bit. Like for me on the belt, I had to really get like a good cinch on it for it to stay, which was kind of interesting. The bow carrier or the bow straps held very well, but just notice that a little bit on the buckles. And then really the lumbar pad. So this is an okay pad, but it's not extremely, there's not a lot of cushion here. Same with the belts, they're very slim. Now they're definitely adequate, and I'm not saying that they're not good. They're designed for low profile, saving weight, and they're slim. So I definitely don't want to say that this is taking away from the bag, but it's not going to be the comfiest pack that you've ever had on your hips. I guess that's what I'm saying. So these are a little bit slim. And so just as long as you're aware of that, know that the intent here is a large pack that can carry a lot of gear, is super lightweight for what it does, then it's going to meet your expectations, no doubt. I think that most people will really like the X-Curve frame. I've heard that some don't. Maybe look at the Crux Evo, but keep in mind that that's even more minimalist. And so you want to find that balance of comfort versus weight. I think the X-Curve for me did a great job of that. I think the bag did a good job of that too, of capacity, size, weight. And yeah, that's why I wanted to show you guys this pack, what I liked about it, and would love to hear what you guys think too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.